to you guys in Gabby's chat, are y'all fucking good? Seriously, are you good? Why are you trying to convince this fucking big back fucking hippopotamus bitch that the reason why anything happened to her is because of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? And why are you believing that that's the only fucking thing she ate all fucking day? Y'all really believe that? You believe in your heart of hearts that all she ate was a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, given what you watch her eat online every day and every night? Okay. Also, at the end of this video, I'll probably post 2 screenshots. I'm gonna post a screenshot from when she was in the hospital and doing her live of her eyes. And then I'm gonna post a screenshot of her eyes in her current live. This one. Reason being is, I don't know if you noticed, but the days that she was in the hospital, even up until the point where she got in the car with Aaron, when she was inhaling that fucking burrito, her eyes were a normal pupils. Why all of a sudden tonight are her pupils back to being blown the fuck out? Answer that for me. Can you answer that? And hold on, before you say it was the Keppra and the medications, she did tell us that when she was in the hospital, they gave her like 2 times more or 3 times more her dose of Keppra and other fucking medications in the hospital. So why wouldn't her pupils be blown out in the hospital, but they're blown out at home? Also, why do you think there's a sudden mood change? Could it be because now that she's back home, she's back on her Adderall? I don't know. It's just a guess. It's just a guess. It's just a guess. And first of all, Gabby, this whole bullshit, this thing that you're trying to go with, and about people saying that you're using the hospital, you most definitely are. You are. You're doctor shopping. People can see that. It's clear as day. For you to sit there and say, oh, I'm not, because the hospital wouldn't admit me if they didn't think there was anything wrong. First of all, yes, they would. Yes, they would. Don't you remember that it was spoken about when Danny was in the hospital? They were going to send her home. And because she said she didn't feel safe because she lived alone, that she didn't want to go back home, they transferred her to another hospital and they admitted her. Do you not remember that? I remember that. I'm sure lots of other people remember that too. Also, they will admit you if you fake a seizure. You were getting ready to go home. I'm pretty sure they were on the verge of sending you home. And when they did, you decided to pull that performance, that stunt, where you stared off into space and dropped your phone. You know, something similar to this. End scene. Many people have said this. Hospitals are not gonna, because they're gonna save their own ass. They can't send you home at that point. Now you've just pretended to have a fucking seizure. So if you leave the hospital from all the way out into the parking lots of the car, all the way back home, if you were to have a seizure, they can get sued for that. You knew you weren't having a seizure, but they didn't know that. They probably didn't believe it, but they can't say that either. They're not going to tell you that they don't believe you. That's just a fact. And I wouldn't doubt it if somebody did call the hospital and said that you were either having a seizure, which that's not what I think they said. I think they said that you were going live and pretending like you were having a seizure, because you were. You dead ass were. You kept staring off into space when you were eating your fucking sandwich, which, by the way, honey, if you had a seizure, the last thing on your mind is fucking food. Okay? And if they're giving you food at all, it's because of your glucose being low. That's literally it. Because with a seizure, like many of other people have said, and I can vouch for this because I've had seizures, they'll be doing swallow tests, EKGs, all of the things, Gabrielle Jacobson, that they did not do with you. Because you didn't have a seizure. Okay? It was your glucose. That's simply it. That's it. Now, I'd also like to discuss the walker. What the fuck would you have possibly needed a walker for? Unless you've injured yourself. The only time they'll give you or even recommend to get one, because I looked it up. I even called Cape Coral Hospital. They don't supply walkers. They don't. Crutches, they do. They don't supply walkers. And if they did need you to get a walker, they would write you a script, and then you would have to go to a company that has hospital supplies that deals with things like that, like TENS units and, you know, all the good things, motor scooters, walkers, knee braces, neck braces, those type of things. That's how you would get and obtain a walker. Also, you only spent, 2 to 3 days in the hospital. You weren't laying in that bed long enough to lose or weaken your muscles so much to where you would need physical therapy. When I say this, I mean this with my whole motherfucking chest. Bitch, you did not need physical therapy. You're a big back bitch. You eat too much. The reason why you wanted that walker was because you were already complaining about the weight that you were carrying on your knees, okay? And how it was affecting your knees. Stop fucking eating. Do some fucking exercises. Don't stop eating. Just eat healthy, okay? Eat healthy. There's no way in hell that they suggested physical therapy because you had a seizure and were admitted into the hospital for 2 to 3 days. Doesn't work that way. And one more thing before I go. You say that, oh, they hate it when I'm happy, when I don't feed into them, when I don't crash out. Gabby, all you've done is feed into us. That's all you've done. And whether you're happy, sad, literally anything, we get a kick out of watching you because you look like an asshole the whole time doing anything you do. I promise you that. I promise you that. And we know that half the time when you're laughing and smiling and doing all the things like, I'm gonna kill him with kindness, and I love you guys, and I just want to apologize, and I'm just so happy that there's so much positivity in my chat, and all I need to do is just ignore them. Let them. You know? No, actually you said don't let them. First it was let them, now it's, your theory is don't let them. What, don't let them get to you? Baby, I promise you, you're allowing everyone to get to you. And it shows. But that's okay, you don't have to admit it. We already know. So, anyways, go fuck yourself. I hope you sit on a dry fucking cactus, no fucking lube, and spin on that bitch. Have a beautiful day, Gabby. I want to add one more thing to that. They did not tell you in the hospital that they were concerned about you sleeping too much. How I know this is because when I was admitted into the hospital, I slept every single day straight through. The only time they came in was to check my blood work, like pull blood, stick me, check my vitals, all of those things. Oh, and change my gown and make sure I was cleaned up. So you're full of shit on that one too. They don't mind that you get your rest in the hospital. In fact, they recommend that. They'd rather you be off your phone if you really did have a seizure.